Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hops. Today joined by...
Just Michael.
Yes. And we're drinking some lager straight from the US. Well, not straight, actually from Beer Dome, so from the Netherlands. But thanks down to Beer Dome for the beer. This is a new brewery to us. This is from Nashville, Tennessee, famous for Nashville hot chicken. But this is from Barrique Brewing and Blending. This is their barrel-aged lager beer, EdleHopfen-pils. So this is a brewery, as it says here, all of our beers are brewed, fermented, or conditioned in oak barrels. We use traditional techniques and authentic ingredients when crafting all our beer. This lager beer was fermented in a stainless steel tank and then lagered in 225-liter wine barrels. So maybe this means that it will be a slight sour lager.
You're Italians.
Yeah, but sometimes when you age lagers in wine barrels, you'll get funk and stuff, and they'll become these kind of farmhouse lagers, which have become modern, where it's on purpose. I had one oak-aged lager from Drowned Land, so it was supposed to just be classic beer aged in oak, but it was sour, which was a shame. And you might hear some noises today in the back. That's just how it is. The kids are awake, and this is the window we have to shoot some videos. So there might be some...
So if you hear a big noise, they're falling down some stairs. And
Oh, no. Yeah, their mother is taking care of them. So this is a Noble Pilsner on 5.3%, they call it. So I'm guessing Noble Hop Pilsner is what they mean. It says the production time is 8 weeks. So it's probably fermentation for a week plus, and then the rest is lagering, I'd imagine. And then it says German-style Pilsner brewed with Weyermann malt, of course, from Germany. And then Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops, Tettnang, Saaz, and Spalt. So a huge blend of hops.
German hops.
Yes. So looking forward to it.
It's a little hazy.
Yeah, it is. But you actually get that sometimes, I think, with some of these craft lagers. They're lightly hazy.
I don't mind that.
It could look like a farmhouse kind of beer.
Yeah, it could. It could.
And a white head. Let's check out your own.
Yeah, actually a really nice head when we pour it.
Yeah, very substantial and frothy.
Oh, it smells like a nice Pilsner.
Really good. I think it's more oak to me than wine. So maybe since it's been aged in a wine barrel, it could be just a wine barrel that's used so many times that you're not maybe getting too much character, or it's been cleaned before. Yeah.
I don't get...
They use wine folders to age in.
I don't get wine notes either.
No. I like that. It's really hoppy.
It smells really like a really nice Pils.
Really crackery and bready. It's like a light crisp malt backbone, but really popping.
Yeah, there's really some smell to it.
Yeah.
Some of them are really hard to get some notes, but this is easy.
This is floral, it is citric, but it's also really spicy and peppery. It's even got like nettle-y nuances.
It has some sweet honey notes too.
Yeah, like a sweet honey malt or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do decoction mashing, but since they say traditional methods, I'd imagine they do decoction mashing because that will create that complex flavor.
Are there a lot of breweries in the States that do these classic German Pilsners?
Yes. So yeah, as I was saying before we got cut off, because the camera stopped recording for a reason, I don't know why, but there's even breweries now in the States just dedicating to making classic Czech beers and stuff. Like, there's a lot, like I think some of the most famous here in Europe are like Bierstadt Lagerhaus in Colorado, or in Texas. You got.
I got a big glass at home called Red Oak, really big, nice glass, and I was googling after I bought the glass used, and it was also I think it was from the US, brewing only classic beers.
But it was something like it was closed down a long time ago, right?
No.
Was it still
around? No, it's still around.
So, quickly, Spalt hops, because Spalt hops, I think, is in here, and it's the oldest, one of the oldest German hops. It's aroma hop, and it has characteristics, well, it says all the classic noble hop aromas, earthy, spicy, herbal, floral. But it sounds like a nice blend of hops in this one. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's cheers.
Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Oh, you could drink a lot of that. So really this is very similar to something like a EdleHopfen-pils.
Yeah, it is.
It's maybe not as bright as that beer. I think it has a bit more bright hop character, but they also get to like hop select and stuff there. And they.
What about the one we talked about 2 seconds ago, the Rathaus-pils?
Woodhouse. I think this is more aromatic and hoppy than that.
Okay.
I think it's a really good comparison is Riegles. This is also quite bitter. And Riegles is also quite bitter. But it lacks the vibrancy and freshness of the Riegel.
Yeah, it's not quite as dry too.
Yeah, and that just has a pure like sing of brightness.
But it's still really nice.
It's fucking great lager. Or German Pils. The carbonation seemed very aggressive, but it's actually
it suits the beer really well.
Yeah, but I think it's not like over the top.
No,
it's
no.
High without being too high.
Yeah, I agree. Like Herrenpils.
Yeah, and it finishes dry, and I'm wondering if there's like a woody character to it. And I think it could be a combination of like woody, holzig, as I sometimes say, hop character, then maybe with the wine barrel. Because there's no like taste of vinous or tannic flavors. Maybe there's some tannins digging in with the bitterness, but that would be wood tannins, I think. But it's like really floral, but also really peppery and spicy. Like chewing on fresh black peppercorn or like some kind of bitter, spicy herb, green herb.
Yeah.
What bitter herbs do we know?
Yeah, I'm just tasting for barrel notes, and it has a bit of cherryness, I think. A bit of it, but I don't know if that's hops or barrel wood. It has some...
There is some woodiness to it of sorts.
This is definitely really good. Yeah, it tastes really good.
It's a testament to Americans getting to a point where American brewers just make any kind of style really good. Like, it's just insane how the American scene is just, like it is. Like, it's a place where people go all in from the get-go.
Yeah.
And people are just like, we're going to focus on this and we're going to try and make a living out of it. Whereas, like, you see a lot of time in the European scene, a lot of brewers, they are more following trends, modern craft brewers and stuff, because they need to make money. But for some reason in America, I guess it's also because it's so much bigger, there's going to be a market for it.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
It just seems like so many brewers, like a brewery like this pops up and they make these things. And you think, could you make a brewery like this only making barrel-aged beer in Denmark and it's like lagers and probably sours because it's also blending? Do you think you could do that?
No, definitely not.
Then you need to ship across the world.
Even with some of the great breweries here in Denmark have problems surviving today.
Yeah.
So no, definitely no.
But I think there's also issues on the American scene. I mean, I don't know how well.
Yeah, of course there is.
But just by sinking my teeth into this one can, I want to drink more from these.
Yeah, this is really good.
This is a dead-on interpretation of a German Pilsner. I could use it being a little more clean, and it feels like a little bit dirty, and maybe that's because there's some yeast in suspension, and then with like that bitter, biting, spicy hop.
Dirty?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the brightness and singiness and cleanliness of lager yeast shines from some of these classic German producers. Mm-hmm. For example, going to Wagner in Merkendorf, outside of Bamberg. They had that as well, but it was still the level of flavor as this, quite hoppy for Brinconian beer, but it just had this pure, amazing lager profile. And I think Riegel has the same. This one, it doesn't feel as tight per se, if you can say when
I'm really enjoying it though. Like a Herrenpils, it has a lot of bitterness, it has a fruitiness, the craggery note, a bit of sweetness on the back end. Yeah. And I was looking for some of the... What?
Could be sweetness from the wood.
Yeah, perhaps. I just know I really enjoy the beer, and I totally agree with you. I think my rating would be 91 or something. 91,
I'm going to go 93.
Yeah, 92, 91.
I'm getting to a point where I'm done holding back grading lager and classic beer high. Like, if I enjoy it enough, I want to grade it high. Like, I've really had a hard time breaching 90 on a lot of classic beer. But these days, I'm like, I had a Weizen and I felt like this was a world-class beverage a while back. Or the Box from Wagner. And I was like, this is some of the best Bock beer I've had. Why can't I call that a world-class
Of course.
Beverage? I think this is not as world-class as, say, a Riegel, for example, if we're talking heavily hopped Pilsner, because this is quite hopped. Still balanced, but... So 93, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think 92 for me.
Really awesome beer. Got that awesome layer of different hop character because they use so many different hops and in some kind of good balance because there's spiciness, there's fruitiness, there's grassiness, there's woodiness, there's herbal tones, mainly a citric kind of fruitiness and some floral nuances. But yeah, it's just a great lager. If this was my neighborhood brewery, I'd be pretty damn stoked.
Yeah.
So that does it for the review of the Barrique Brewing and Blending Barrel-Aged Lager Beer EdleHopfen-pils. We get Barrique in Europe on occasion, and I really hope more of the stuff that I'll get from Barrique will be lagers. because they do quite a few, and they do a few aged in barrels. Okay. So it would be fun to try some of those. But yeah, thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Check their webshop out. Link for it is down below. Maybe they still have this on there. Who knows? I haven't checked before the review. No. But thanks a ton to the Beer Dome crew for the beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up, enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos and normal site shares to Mr. Just Prost. Michael. Prost. And see you guys in another beer review.